And yeah, so this is. Oh yeah, and then I also wanted to offer. So we're live now. You're good over there. So this is something I wanted to give you as well, if you're interested. Um, Either something that we could do today or another day is um, it's a deep recovery tool. And so there is the 6 dimensions of health and then the 5 skills of health. Deep health supports your skills, and skills build your deep health. And then on the back, you can set a goal, a skill to develop for that goal, and then a practice of that skill, and then a specific action for that practice. So the goal is to have a daily practice developing a skill that will get you towards a goal. And that's just planting a seed. If you want to do something with that, we can. If not, we can save it for another time.
What's like an example? Like
if we look at the other side, so skills, we could. So like I have a 18 question deep health assessment we could do. I can pull it up on my phone, and it's like a 1 through 10. Put yourself on the scale. You don't have to like elaborate. They can be deep.
Yeah.
Like I've done it with some people where it's like 10 minutes and some people it's like an hour because they elaborate. And then so we'll put numbers, you like 3 questions per dimension. And then there's also like the skills. The skills is a different one. And so we can see which dimensions are high numbers that we can use as a resource to develop the other ones, and which ones that are lower that we could work on building. And then the skills are what humans need to be able to be resilient, so they're not like feeling like discombobulated all the time.
What would an example of a goal be?
So a goal would be, so for like myself, physically, I want to be able to do a handstand push-up and a dragon squat. And so that's a goal that I have. And so the skills I'm working on are like the calisthenics, like the book over there.
Yep.
Like squats, one-legged stuff, and like working on building the strength and stability. And then for handstand, it's like doing push-ups and just working on like shoulder health, because my shoulders haven't always been the best. I got that Wisconsin cold shoulder where it's like kind of like a hunched. I got the wings and back.
Yeah. The Wisconsin cold shoulder. I've never heard that.
So I learned that in Tucson when I was studying massage therapy. Is that like because we were in the desert, people didn't have that. People had like normal posture.
Yeah.
And so like there's there was a couple of Midwestern teachers, and then there was myself. And so we got to like see firsthand, oh yeah, this winging that he's got is from living in a cold climate and like trying to stay warm.
Yeah. Yeah. It causes me physical pain to shiver.
Like how?
It hurts my body. I have fibromyalgia, which affects my nerves, my muscles, my joints. I was diagnosed with it in like 2010. But when I'm cold, I have a lot of just like achiness. And when I shiver, I don't know if it's the muscle or the nerves, but it causes me physical pain to shiver. Being cold hurts.
I've been able to, I forget if I found this from someone or if I realized it myself, but like I discovered this idea that shivering is like breathing, and that it's both involuntary and voluntary. You can actively shiver.
Yeah.
And you can actively stop yourself from shivering, but it is also like an involuntary movement. Kind of like breathing.
Neat. Yeah. Kind of like breathing. So a goal wouldn't be, so the goal is something with your wellness, with your health.
So I kept it mostly blank on there. Keep it open, and then with the dimensions and the skills. So like one of the skills is change. so you may not relate it directly with like an actual physical health skill, but change is like the ability to adapt. And so like a lot of people have health related goals that they may or may not be working on, but people like us that are building businesses and online with our presence, may have different goals that is something like up leveling your life. And so the health goal, it's like anyone can relate to health, and like another goal could be like climbing Mount Everest, or going snowboarding without breaking anything, like something or like doing like a marathon, or some type of thing that's like, I want to be able to do this thing. I can't do it now, but I could see myself doing it like a year from now, so on and so forth. So like for me, I have lots of goals. And so like I want to have land where I can grow my own food and bring people to for fun, but also live like a homestead. And so there's like a lot of skills with that, like being able to collect money, cultivate community to support that endeavor, among other things like how to grow food and how to build.
Yeah.
I've been collecting some of the skills over the years. Like I know I have like blueprints. I follow this Russian guy about how to build a completely self-sustainable home that utilizes sacred geometry, and it's like a low-tech earth ship. I don't know if have you heard of earth ships?
Yeah.
So earth ships in Taos, Mexico.
They're so cool.
There's certain technology pieces within that make it very expensive.
Sure.
Like there's specific pieces that go into it that are expensive to make it work.
Yeah.
And so this guy, he talked with that guy, and he's worked with people around the world, and he's found a way to like build in a way that anyone can do on any budget. To like, obviously you still need land to be able to build on, and like building codes and whatnot, but in a way that utilizes different affordable techniques from people that have discovered the techniques around the world, so that you can build something that doesn't cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. But then once you build it, you can live wherever you want, like whether it's super hot, super cold, inclement weather. Like he wanted to build something where it was like a model for that can be like a architectural building course that can be used by anyone around the world for whatever climate you're in.
Would you stay in Wisconsin?
I mean, I like it for many reasons. Like I've traveled the country and been down to Argentina. I like that there's a lot of green, that there's a lot of rivers, streams, lakes, and we have the Northwoods. So I don't know if I would want to be too far away from the Northwoods. My family has a cabin up north in the UP, which is fun. And it's just, you don't get, it's like there's something about, I haven't been on the lake in a while, like on a boat, but it's so fun to be on a boat. Like
it is. I love water. I love Wisconsin. I'm not a fan of winter weather, but I have a deep respect for the season and how I show up to that season, of slowing down and nourishing myself and going inward. And I when I stopped kind of fighting against the like it's cold and I can't do anything and it just sucks being inside all the time and like the winter like blues, and took the teachings of the season and applied it to life, I've gained a new reverence for winter. It doesn't mean I like the weather anymore.
It's pretty wild here.
It is so wild here. Yeah. But like I went sledding this year, and I grew up doing winter sports like skiing and snowboarding. But as I got older and, had children, it's like I can't go down on a ski hill. I can't break something because then the household goes down. And so I stopped participating in winter sports for, gosh, almost 2 decades. And I went sledding this year, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun. So I don't know if I would stay in Wisconsin, but
if you could go anywhere, even if it's just a visit, where would you go?
Anywhere, even just to visit. I've been all over the U.S. The farthest, like outside of here that I've gone was Puerto Rico. My heart is called to the Pacific Northwest. I love Washington. I love Oregon. But my soul feels drawn to Scotland. Scotland feels like it's calling me home, and I do have a lot of Scottish descent. And so I would love to visit Scotland.
My mom visited, and I think she had a good time.
Yeah. I've always been drawn to Scotland, and I've never really understood why. I've always said, like, if I travel abroad, that would be the first place that I go. And then I started, I did like a 23andMe ancestry kit. And when I saw like how Scottish I was like, yeah, okay. So I'm supposed to like go find my family or my lineage and really like dive deeper into it. Yeah, that place calls to me, but I would like to land permanently somewhere on the Pacific West Coast. But also Sedona, Arizona is a place that I have visited, and I dream about and I think about, and I still feel that energetic attachment to that land. And so that's a spot in my orbit too.
There's a strong vortex there, that's for sure.
Yeah, like the ley lines, the energetic ley lines underneath the earth there. Yeah. Been to Phoenix, didn't feel quite the same. Been to Flagstaff and hiked Camelback Mountain and Sedona.
It reminds me of hiking Picacho Peak. It's in between Tucson and Phoenix.
Okay.
From a distance, it looks like the outline of Pikachu. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so like, I think it was called that before the character, but it's just funny.
The resemblance.
Like going on top of a mountain like that and just like looking around and seeing nothing but desert is like wild.
Yeah. Also a climate that I don't know that I would enjoy all year round is desert climate.
Were you in Arizona during the summer?
I was in Arizona in February.
Oh, okay.
So beautiful. I had 60-degree days. The mornings were cold. I went to Arizona because I wanted to see Grand Canyon for the first time, and I wanted to see it at sunrise. I wanted to be there when it was dark and just watch it come to life, like painted in segments in front of me. And I was able to do that, but it was 3 degrees that morning. And so I wasn't prepared for a 3-degree morning at the Grand Canyon. So I had taken blankets and stuff from the Airbnb to like wrap myself. I had like a jacket and a hat, but it was not enough. But absolutely worth freezing my feet over. It was one of the most profoundly like beautiful nature experiences that I had. And I just remember saying, holy shit, like 300 times. Like as it was getting lighter and lighter, I was like, holy shit, holy shit. Holy shit. I just kept saying, holy shit. Loved it. Yeah. So, no, I haven't done a summer in the desert.
I don't know what the northern half of Arizona is like, but in Tucson, it's part of the Sonoran Desert. And so I think there's like a cutoff. It's like only in the lower part of the state because it's also part of Mexico.
Yeah.
And the Sonoran Desert is the most biodiverse desert in the world. And so there's like more birds than I've ever seen before, like variety of birds. And like they get the monsoons are like intense amounts of rain. And so they've built these things called washes. which I was like, people were talking about the washes. I'm like, talking about hygiene? Like, but
Yeah.
it's like canals for the rain when it comes, because it'll be like several inches, and they don't have like infrastructure like
Yeah.
for it to just go down.
Yep.
So it kind of like goes through the roads and stuff and goes to these washes that funnel out. But Tucson used to have like actual river, but it dried up because of civilization. There's obviously more to it than that, but yeah, it was wild. But so it's mostly dry, and there's like the cactuses and whatever you call that type of plant where they thrive in the dry. But then it rains for a couple months like crazy, and then you go out and there's lots of more green stuff. Obviously not grass.
Yeah.
Unless it's, planted. But most people don't have grass. It's just like you driving around outside of town. It's just, and then there's like botanical gardens. It's just like wild, but it's still not like as green as like going up to the Northwoods.
Yeah. I love a good forest, a good lush green forest. I've seen some amazing botanical gardens in Arizona. Have you been to Oregon or Washington?
I've been in Washington.
Yeah.
I have some family out there.
A few years back, I decided that I was going to buy land in Oregon, and that's where I was going to like kind of hunker down for the last part of my life. And so bought a plane ticket, flew to, it was Portland, like the northern part of Oregon, rented a car and drove the coast over a matter of a week down to like an hour into California, and then turned around and came back and just stopped in little towns and just wanted to put my feet on the land and just kind of commune with the land and see what came to me. And I fell in love with a little town called Bandon, and I love that part because it's like you get ocean, you get redwoods, and you get mountains. And to me, it's like there's just so much. There's magic in the mountains, and there's magic in the forest, and there's magic in the ocean, and to have it all together is it's utopia for me. And I think their winters get down to like 50 degrees. If you want snow, for those that want the snow, you can just go into the mountains and find it. And yeah, so I haven't been back, but I think about that place a lot. And again, it's like the resources to do it. And I thought about, my daughter is 18 and she graduates this spring from high school, and like my hands-on obligatory parenting is over. And I was like, maybe I'll sell everything and get a van and turn it into a living space, because for me, the land is like the most important part. And then I feel like, kind of getting the rest together, I would live in a cardboard box, little yurt, a tiny home, a van, whatever it may be. But I'm not real skilled with homesteading. I'd like to be. That's the goal. I want to grow food and purify water and avoid big social areas as often as I can. Yeah, and that's the place that calls to me.
When you say avoid large social settings, are you referring to like a city metropolis or congregations of people? Because I was just thinking about like there are like communities of van lifers.
Yeah, for me, it's like the larger cities.
Okay.
Oh, definitely larger cities. Man, I was in a 3-year kind of isolated hermit phase by choice, and it's beautiful. It's controllable, The only energy to manage is my own, and I kind of like hanging out with me. So
that's good.
Yeah, I
hope more people can learn to be with themselves.
I love being alone. Like I really love it. So even like moving around Eau Claire sometimes is much for me, and I want to be somewhere. I like the idea of community. I mean, through my business, I build community, and I like the idea of community, and it's almost, like.
Oh,
Yep,
hold that thought. All right.
I like the sound of the doorbell.
Good.
It's like a cool intro to this podcast is like that ding.
That's not a bad idea. Do you need more water?
No, I think I'm okay. Thank you.
So we were talking about the community of your business and your thoughts about community and
building community through the Green Witch has actually shown me that we're not meant to be alone, alone in the sense of
loneliness.
Yeah. So building community has been just really beautiful. And when I think of homesteading and having land, like you said, like the van communities and stuff, I like that, the soul, people, that ones in the orbit that are in alignment with kind of where I'm at in life. I like that. But just out in a city, Willard-Nillard with anybody, pass.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
Definitely. I think that I am connected with people that are connected with people doing that, like banning out and connecting with a lot of people like Burning Man. I've got a lot of friends that go out to Burning Man. So I hope that this video reaches them in some way. I've thought about that, but I've seen videos and it just looks pretty wild, and I'm not a huge fan of dust.
That is a big dust bowl, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It is a big dust bowl.
And then if you get rain, then it's very muddy. Yeah. I'm kind of a clean freak. I mean, I feel like under the right circumstances, I can get wild.
Same. But the circumstances must be right.
Right.
Absolutely.
And then I still need my shower and a comfy bed.
So Burning Man, is that like music?
Have you not heard of Burning Man?
I have, but I guess I'm not really familiar with. I know it is a big old dust bowl.
Okay. So as far as I can tell you about the lore, as far as I know, before I do, I just want to double check that your mic's on because I can't see the green light. It's on? Okay, yep. Good. Cool. So it's Burning Man, I believe, started on the beach in LA. And it was just like a gathering of some hippies that, wanted to put up a statue like build a statue of a man to burn it down. I don't know if it's symbolic of the man, of like
Sure.
Government and stuff. I don't know about the whole lore, but I know that it grew over time to add musicians and artists, and like it was just like as far as I know, it was just like a little culture, completely free. Just word of mouth, invite, and then now it's grown to this thing where there's tickets. It's kind of expensive. You gotta buy it right away because they sell out. At least thousands of people go, if not more, and like big influencers go.
Yeah.
Like big name people.
Sure.
And the cool thing is like because of the massive influx of capital in this gift economy, because traditionally it's like trading trinkets and products and services, and from the heart and not like it's like a gifting and not just bartering.
Yeah.
There is some bartering, but it's a gift economy. So people just bring stuff to give, and then people build like structures, and that's the thing I love is there's all types of structures. People build vehicles, and so like makeshift vehicles that are like huge to roam around the desert with. Like it's called Black Rock, or I think it's called Black Rock City, if I remember right.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen images of that.
People bring bikes to bike around, preferably like fat tire bikes. And and obviously there's people do substances, but you don't need to. There's this one camp. I know a friend of mine was invited to join their camp called Hippocampus, and if you know what that word is, it's part of the brain. And so it was this. I forget what the actual theme of the group was, but it was a dancer that was invited. I don't know if it was a dance themed community or just like an artistic one. But there are like a lot of conscious people that don't take substances because just being there puts you in an altered state.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Because I mean, one, you have the what's it called? I think it's called like a contact high. So when you're around people that are on substances, you feel it, especially if you're sensitive.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like the music and the vibes and people dancing and connecting from their heart, and just like the way people dress. It's warm, so there's a lot of minimal clothing.
Yeah. Lots of frequencies flying around
Yeah, lots
that
of
just kind of
frequencies.
alter your state without the substance.
Yeah, it's kind of just like any music festival. I can't obviously say I've seen videos, and I know some people that make videos about it, and so like super cool that I can see through their lens of it, but it's hard to. Those words were my best explanation, but words are hard to explain it because it is like an experience.
Yeah. Yeah. See you soon.
See ya. So this playlist is actually, so Spotify does this thing where it's like made for you. And so it'll take what you like. I think I can share it. Yeah, I'll share it with you. But it'll take music that you like and then pile it up together in a unique playlist. And so this is called Island Vibes Reggae Mix. Because I listen to a lot of
I'm
reggae.
island vibing with it. I like it a lot.
And this is Paul Isaac. I got to see him live at Earth Vibe down in Viroqua, and I saw him walking on the path when we were walking along. So I'm like, oh, Paul! And I got to like, I forgot if I gave him a handshake or a hug or just say hi, but like, it was one of those like fanboy moments. I was like, I've been following him for years, and I got to like say hello to him face to face and like introduce him to my family.
Yeah.
And my partner didn't know who they were, which was funny. I'm like, that's Paul. She's like, oh, I didn't know. So I think I can.
I love the little messages that Yogi Tea provides for you on your tea bag.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
See you soon. Hi, friend. You're at the Green Witch right here. Yes. Hi, Alf. Nice to meet you.
So we are. I mean, we've got the camera going. It's just we're just chilling, and so my mic's set up right now, so I'm not gonna.
Mine is too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna save any. This is like B-roll content right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I taught her that today.
Yeah. I was like, at like a B flick movie, and he's like, no.
No, I mean,
No.
be close enough.
Yeah.
At a certain point.
Yeah.
Would you like something to drink? We got water. You refill.
I might later. I like to finish my water all the way and then fill it with water. But
I totally got that's.
I have weird.
Yes.
Like,
Also as well.
Like,
Also as well. Yeah.
It never empties, or like I hit this period where I have to empty it fully.
Yeah.
To feel accomplished. I don't even know. Like,
Yeah. For me, it feels like new energy.
Yeah.
You gotta
and you
like.
can speak different energy into it. So
Yes.
speak on a different thing. During different times of day, should I have drank this whole thing already? Yes. Like 3 times over, but here I am.
Yeah. This is my first time too, and I was like, please don't interview me because I just go like, ugh.
I don't really know. I can talk, but I don't really know what that. I just talk.
See, I'm a great listener, so I'm like, how do I listen on a podcast?
Yeah, just like a lot of nodding.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sounds.
So, we're chilling, yeah, and as you can see, I laid out all that stuff to help provide some ambience of topics.
Yeah, a lot of different, similar vibe, but different subject.
Mm-hmm. And then, so you both got the arm match. Which is awesome.
I worked the day. Well, I didn't realize you were going 2 feet when I saw you on the street, and so I just was like, bye. And then she texted me that night.
You saw me as I was going
yeah,
back in?
you didn't see me waving at you?
No.
Well, I waved at you when you were outside as well, because I was heading to just the co-op. I was going to the co-op, and you were like coming down that way, so I was just like. And then she would text me and was like, Dylan just dropped something off for you like a half hour later. And I was like, it's too late, too far away from where I live, like half a mile away. Too far away, can't do it. But I got it the next day.
So this is the first episode here. And so I wanted to ask Amanda if you wanted to like do anything with mics on to like wrap up, or I mean, I'd gladly have you back.
Yeah.
If you want to like talk about something that you want to talk about before we.
I'm here just to chill.
Okay.
Nothing like on the docket that Yeah.
Because I'd love to have either of you or both of you back. Like I was telling her earlier, I want to try to get sponsored to get like a 4-mic setup so that we can have like a conversation and sit around and
conversation pit type of thing.
Yeah. For us people that like listening. I mean, like I love seeing a podcast where there's multiple people, and like I like Joe Rogan because there's always like the guy that's managing like the background. He's mic'd so he can talk, but he's usually just quiet the whole time.
Yeah.
And so like anyone can like chat and like talk about what they want to talk. If they're passionate. I know you love talking.
And then I could be that guy that's just kind of quiet the whole time
like,
with the mic on, but like. Yeah.
The reactions more than anything.
And I just do the Yeah.
I like to think that I'm a good listener, but I know that I'm an ADHD listener, so I'm like a conversational listener. So I kind of be like, oh, and then like I ad-lib without thinking, and I'm like, I want you to know I'm listening, but that makes it seem like I'm not listening, and I am. This is how I interact in order to keep in the conversations that I like. But I do love talking. I love a talk.
I think it'd be fun.
I love a yap. I have no problems getting on a conversation. If I have any interest in it, it's like, might as well. I'll rip it off and talk about it.
My spirit likes being around the yappers.
Well, and that makes me feel good that it's not just like, oh, you just monopolize every conversation, which I do. But like, also, I appreciate that there are people that appreciate that.
Absolutely.
That aren't just waiting for their turn to talk every time. I get it because me too. But
yeah, no.
I do appreciate a listener because it's like, I like to yap and you're not mad at me for yapping. And so like, that's how I like get the energy out, is like talk or moving. But can't move during conversations most of the time.
I put music on. I sent it to her already because she's liking it. So if you feel like dancing and moving around, more than welcome.
Yeah.
I've got 2 mics, so what I'll probably do is we'll just like I'll probably pause the video and then we can just like chat for a little more and talk about like what we've talked about for a little bit, and then I only got 2 mics, so like
totally. So, like, it's almost time for me to go anyway. This was nice just to like chill with Dylan. All of this.
Plug the mics. I only can plug one mic. I'm gonna try to charge them up, and then